Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 Student Engagement and Leadership Awards. My name is Drew Davis, and I'm an Assistant Director in the Center for Student Engagement, Activities, and Leadership. We've got a great show coming up as we take the time to recognize tonight's award winners. Before we get into the awards, I'd like to introduce Dr. Kim Vance, the Director of our office, to kick things off for us.
Everyone, welcome. We are so excited to have some of you in person with us. It's been over a year since I've had the honor and the privilege to stand in front of students, advisors, faculty, staff, anybody, and have a live conversation like this and celebrate a lot of really great achievements for the past year. So give me a few minutes and we'll get on with the show. I do want to thank you for joining us as we honor our student leaders, our student organizations, from across Miami's campus. As Drew said, my name's Kim, and it's my pleasure to serve as the director for the Center for Student Engagement, Activities, and Leadership, which includes student activities and programming, the Cliff Alexander Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life, and the Harry T. Wilkes Institute for Leadership and Service. I want to take the opportunity right now to shout out our team and to thank the best staff that anyone could ever ask for. Tiffany, Drew, JS, Ryan, Elisa, Mary, Kristen, Ashley, Sydney, Autumn, and Adam for working so hard to support our student leaders and student organizations. So please join me in thanking them. I forgot that it gets hot when you're under these lights. All these things that we have to remember, right? Thank you to Dr. Jane Brownell, Vice President of the Division of Student Life, to Dr. Scott Walter, Assistant Vice President for Student Engagement and Leadership, and Dr. Steve Large, Assistant Vice President for Health and Wellness, for attending this evening and for your tireless support of our student leaders and organizations. I want to thank the whole Division of Student Life and all of those across campus that support our student organizations and leaders. This time last year, we executed a fully virtual SEAL Awards program. It was a really anxious time for a bunch of different reasons, including managing new technology and virtual engagement. I can remember being seriously terrified that I was trying to do a video recording on my iPhone and how I was going to get that file someplace else. Now we're yeah, whatever, we can do that. A year later, this is different, and we're excited to be back. It was an interesting time learning all of the things that we had to do to be able to engage virtually, but it is so nice to be physically present. Last year's Zoom meetings became easier, but also exhausting. Virtual presentations became less intimidating and also more routine. And we found ways to connect and have some fun, but we really missed the ability to gather in groups. The creative ways that our student organizations remained connected to each other and to our larger community is truly something to celebrate. Your drive and persistence showed us that while things were different, we could still engage, be active, help the community, and serve others. History books will be written about the resilience of your generation. Through a pandemic combined with a season of activism and a social justice reckoning, you found ways to engage with each other and work toward a better world. And we want to thank you for your perseverance, your passion, and while there is nothing that can completely replace being physically present together, you found ways to keep us moving forward. Thank you for all of your hard work. Our awards process includes many people beyond our offices. Faculty, staff, and community partners join us in reviewing the applications and nominations. The awards review team members frequently commented how impressed they were with the applications and the nominations. To those who took time to review all of the nominations, this program would not be possible without you, without your time, without your support of the Miami experience. Thank you for supporting our students, organizations, and advisors. We have a full evening of celebration and appreciation ahead. We will be announcing winners in various categories, and we will end the program recognizing our most outstanding events, students, and organizations of the year. It's my pleasure to turn this back over to Drew Davis and let him take it away. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Over the course of the last year, we've learned quite a bit. We've overcome challenges. We've dealt with pain, frustration, confusion, and more. But through it all, we've persevered, as Kim said. The words that keep coming to my head are adapting and innovating. And that's exactly what our student leaders, organizations, chapters, and offices have had to do. As evidenced by these upcoming awards, the students at Miami have been able to find ways to creatively adapt in a year of uncertainty to help their organizations thrive. As an office, we've seen 2 staff members leave over the last 10 months as Colleen Blevins moved across the country and Daisha Harris moved across the hall. We've innovated and adapted. Thank you all for making that effort feel so rewarding. To all the students, we thank you for your patience, for your creativity, for your perseverance, and for your ability to make the best of an extraordinary and unique year. You all deserve to be commended. If we could give an award to everyone, I promise you we would like to. As we move forward, I'm encouraged to be able to host this in front of a live audience. And I'm looking forward to see how everyone will incorporate the things we've learned over the last year to do even greater things moving forward as we get back to normalcy. But now, without further ado, let's get into our first set of awards. Our first presenter is Josie Pucel. Josie is a junior public administration and environmental science major with a pre-law focus. She's one of the 2 Head SEAL ambassadors, co-leading our peer mentor team for student organizations and involvement opportunities. She was recently selected as the new chair of the Armstrong Student Center Board, amongst other involvement opportunities. Josie.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here this evening. The first award of the evening goes to the most original event by a student organization. This event sought to reach students both on and off campus to work towards the goal of ending sexual assault on college campuses while also teaching participants about consent in a fun and memorable way. Using 1,200 goodie bags that were packed by organization members, this group drew routes across the city of Oxford and throughout campus in order to reach as many students as possible. They advocated for a healthy and safe Halloween, and now we are proud to present them with this award. Please help me in congratulating the Pier Hawks Health Educators for their reverse trick-or-treat. We know that they're watching on our live stream tonight, so congratulations all of you in your meeting. This next award goes to the original multicultural event of the year. This event utilized a custom website in order to create an immersive experience. It consisted of virtual booths that visitors could join to learn more about 14 separate Asian cultures and their various significances at Miami. In total, this event drew over 200 people throughout the weekend of the event. Congratulations to the Asian American Association for their event, the Asian Cultural Festival. This next award in the Programming and Events category is the Outstanding Collaborative Event of the Year. This event brought 3 organizations together in response to the novel COVID pandemic. These groups worked together to provide quality education and exploration opportunities to all pre-health students at Miami University. This program consisted of a stroke clinic, clinical research events, suture, staple, and PPE workshops, and much more. In total, this initiative reached 413 students across campus, and the organizations all hope that they will be able to join in partnership with the Mallory Wilson Center in order to make this an annual event. Please help congratulate this year's collaborative event, the 2020 Virtual Health Exploration Initiative, hosted by the Anatomy and Physiology Club, Delta Epsilon Mu, and the Minority Association of Pre-Health Students. And now I will be sharing the category of outstanding graphics put together by students and student organizations. The first award goes to the most outstanding poster and flyer. Congratulations to the Miami University Fashion and Design for their graphics experimenting with color and rebranding their iconic logo. Congratulations, MUF&D. Please come receive your award. The next award goes to the most outstanding publication. Congratulations to the Luxembourgish students at Miami for their How to Study in America brochure. As we recognize individuals for their hard work, it's also important to recognize groups who have come together, made significant improvements, and left a lasting legacy. This next award aims to do just that. This student organization worked hard over the past year to follow safety procedures while also still meeting to rehearse and connect with the greater campus community. They released a successful full-length album, 4 music videos, revitalized their social media, and worked to improve their standing within the Red Brick Rewards tier system. While morality was low and the odds were stacked against performance groups at times throughout the past year, this organization had many inspirational and uplifting moments that helped them make the most of their time. They were even contacted by the Jimmy Kimmel Show to do a virtual performance throughout 2021. I am pleased to announce this year's Most Improved organization is Open Fifth. Every year, students come together to create new student organizations. Drawing on their music as a uniting force that brings people together, this organization has been able to gather a uniquely diverse group of students through their new group, and even though they're a new group on campus, they're already working together to further the musical talents and knowledge of artists by using an Artist of the Week, ranging from Jimi Hendrix to Neil Young. We are happy that this new organization is so dedicated to its members and the impact that it's going to continue to have on Miami. Please help me congratulate Guitar Club.
Congratulations to all the winners so far. I now have the honor of presenting the Commitment to the Scholar Leader Community Award from the Harry T. Wilkes Institute for Leadership and Service. The mission of the Scholar Leader community at Miami is to establish a proactive, supportive community dedicated to enhancing leadership and scholarship among its members and the broader university community while advancing community priorities. This year's members have demonstrated exceptional commitment to the community experience and as a result, thrived through resident-guided programming, rigorous academic involvement, service learning projects, and the opportunity to explore leadership through intentional group engagement. This year was more challenging than it's ever been. Just like the community is different from all the iterations that came before it, and yet with each challenge and change thrown at them, as individual members of the community and community at large, they rise to meet them. The recipients of this award will receive an email with the recognition certificates. And this award recognizes the following members of the 2020-2021 Scholar Leaders community: Julia Marie Albesa, Miles Bailey, Alexis Baboot, Mackenzie Britton, Caitlin Cachillo, Rachel Cachillo, Sidra Capriolo, Jade Cessna, Grace Connors, Rachel Cooley, Liam Dingman, John Dole, Katrina Dufour, Abigail Freilich, Christopher Guptill, Cassidy Hanner, Lauren House, Tyler Hilgeman, Benjamin Jacoby, Jordan Lee, Zachary Marsh, Autumn Marshall, Leah Martin, Carson McCarthy, Margaret Pena, Laura Polanca, Mark Sene, Sakshi Shah, Spencer Towns, Haley Tucker, Kira Ward, Rachel Webb, Alexandra Whitehead, Sarah Rainey, Mariana Gay, and Molly Smith. Our next presenter is Brooke Sizemore. Brooke is a junior kinesiology pre-physical therapy major. She's one of the 2 Head SEAL ambassadors, co-leading our peer mentor team for student organizations and involvement. And Brooke serves as the director of Sisterhood for Chi Omega, was recently elected president of the Pre-Physical Therapy and Occupational Therapy Club. I hand this over to Brooke.
Thank you, Drew. I have the honor to introduce the Fraternity and Sorority and Student Organization Rising Leader Award that allows us to recognize newer members of your organizations. These members have assumed significant leadership responsibilities within their organization and the community. For our student organizations, this rising leader took on important leadership roles during her first year of involvement. Her leadership and creativity were evident as she crafted new plans to engage fellow members during meetings. This rising leader ensured that everyone felt included, whether they were present in Oxford or calling in through Zoom, and even went out of her way to give the 2020 senior members of her organization a proper farewell. Her nominator says that she has gone above and beyond expectations and deserves proper recognition for all of her hard work. Congratulations to Anna MOELLENBECK of the Hawks Peer Health Educators. The next rising leader comes from the Pan-Hellenic community. This woman has been described as a powerful and dedicated individual who has strong goals for her future and works hard to achieve them. This award winner has created programming centered around diversity, equity, and inclusion, making an impact on the Pan-Hellenic community. Please join us as we recognize Adriana Rivera of Zeta Tau Alpha. The Center for Student Engagement, Activities, and Leadership staff will reach out to you about picking up your award at a later date. The next recipient is a member of our National Pan-Hellenic Council. This woman is described as a leader among her peers and throughout the Black community at Miami. Her involvement ranges from serving as a teaching assistant to being a student athlete on the track and field team to working as a student orientation undergraduate leader this past summer. Her nominator says that her passion for leadership is evident in every aspect of her life, and she still has so much to offer to her community. Congratulations to our second recipient of this year's Rising Leader Award, Sydney Jefferson of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. The last recipient of our Rising Leader Award comes from the IFC community. This man is described as being a dedicated leader and a model student. He is not only an active member within his fraternity, serving on multiple committees and representing his chapter at Acropolis, but he also spends his time as a member of many other student organizations. His nominator says that this man has a constantly positive attitude that makes him a model member that others look up to, no matter their age. Please help me in congratulating someone who always brings the energy, John Acom of Alpha Epsilon Pi, as one of this year's recipients of the Rising Leader Award. I now have the pleasure of announcing the awards for Fraternity and Sorority Council Leader of the Year. This award recognizes the leadership of a Pan-Hellenic Association, National Pan-Hellenic Council, and Interfraternity Council executive officer who has spent countless hours working for the betterment of the entire community. Due to a printing error, the awards for the Outstanding Council Leaders hasn't arrived yet, but we will contact you to arrange delivery of your awards for Outstanding Council Leader. This year, there are 2 Pan-Hellenic Council Leader recipients. The first winner from the Pan-Hellenic Association was responsible for holding her peers accountable with grace and courage, increasing service hours by 56%, and helping to rewrite the social policies of both Pan-Hellenic and IFC. She is a trusted resource throughout the Greek community and has completed over 100 hours of community service for 3 consecutive years. As an ambitious woman, her nominator ensures that the ripple of her leadership will travel far and wide long after her time at Miami. Please join us to honor Claire Drew of Delta 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 as a Pan-Hellenic Association Council Leader of the Year. This next award recipient, also from the Pan-Hellenic Association, worked hard throughout her time serving the community. She helped to spearhead a diversity and inclusion initiative, upheld the Code of Love and Honor, and oversaw the Pan-Hellenic community's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. She has a passion for anti-hazing measures and promoting safety throughout Greek life that she is sure to continue fighting for in the future. Congratulations to Molly McNamara of Alpha Phi as the Pan-Hellenic Association Council Leader of the Year. Now we would like to honor the award-winning council leader from the National Pan-Hellenic Council. This woman is described as a leader, a role model, and a tireless member of the NPHC community. She has an inspirational work ethic and is dedicated to serving others, as illustrated by her over 100 hours of community service. This award-winning member uses her platform to cultivate discussions surrounding the issues within the Black Greek community and even helped to plan Better Together Leadership Conference that drew NPHC chapters from across the state of Ohio. Please join me in congratulating KYNDAL Fletcher of the Zeta Mu chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated as the National Pan-Hellenic Council Leader of the Year. Finally, we would like to recognize the council leader from the Interfraternity Council. This man has spent his time in the Greek community dedicated to creating a culture of accountability and fostering strong bonds between all members. He continually challenged himself throughout his time serving the community and is responsible for creating a scholarship program for members. In the face of challenges brought on by COVID, this man advocated for all chapters, listening to their needs and working to set a good, safe example. This award winner is described as going above and beyond to serve his council and his community. Congratulations to the IFC Council Leader of the Year, MACKENTON Johnson of Lambda Chi Alpha. Now it is my pleasure to announce the Outstanding Student Organization President of the Year. This president took on the challenge of leading over 600 members with what her nominator described as poise, determination, passion, and a tireless work ethic. She was able to implement many programs throughout her term as president, including establishing a scholarship fund for organization members to help alleviate the cost of study abroad trips, tuition, and professional development related materials. This president took concrete steps towards diversifying her organization's member base and was able to craft a new recruitment plan. In the face of the unique challenges this year represented, she created 4 entirely new events to help with networking, and members are grateful for her outlook that everything in the world once started as only an idea in somebody's mind. And in order to make dreams come to life, you must have the courage to share and respect others' ideas, no matter how big or how small. Please help me in congratulating ELLIE KRUG of Miami University Fashion and Design. And now for our Greek chapter president awards. First, from the Pan-Hellenic community, this chapter president took on her role eager to serve her sisters with a smile on her face. She reached out often to check on members of her chapter throughout quarantine, explaining in an email that sorority is bigger than just college friends. It's sisterhood, deep-rooted, and unwavering. Her advisor describes her as diligent, positive, and compassionate, and we are all grateful to have her as a part of the Miami community. Congratulations to the Pan-Hellenic Chapter President of the Year, Mackenzie Atwell of Zeta Tau Alpha. Our next award honors the Outstanding Chapter President of the Year from the National Pan-Hellenic Council. This woman is said to lead with grace, transparency, and determination. During her time as president, she adapted to changing circumstances to ensure that her chapter was not missing out on any of the signature programs or service opportunities. She is never satisfied or content and always strives for greatness academically, in her numerous leadership positions across campus and within the Greek community. With that, please join me in congratulating JORDYN Thompson of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated as the NPHC Chapter President of the Year. Our final Chapter President Award goes to a member of the IFC community who is authentic, a hard worker, and trustworthy. Under his leadership, his chapter saw an increase in overall GPA, won a national award, and created transition documents for the leaders to come. His chapter counselor describes him as the best president that he has worked with during his time, and that he is responsible for the national recognition that the chapter is currently receiving. Congratulations to Alex Orr of Beta Theta Pi as the IFC Chapter President of the Year. Our next award is the Warren T. Nelson Award for Exemplary Community Service Work. This year's award winner is involved not only in his chapter's philanthropic efforts, but also volunteers throughout Oxford and across the region. The award winner's brothers describe him as someone who embodies the values of unity, charity, fraternity, and patriotism. Through his service to the USO of Indiana, Habitat for Humanity, the Special Olympics, his church, and the Knights of Columbus. He is open-minded in helping others in any way that he can and has gained insight into his future career through his service to others. It is a great pleasure that I announce the winner of this year's Warren T. Nelson Service Award, Jack Hartwell of Beta Theta Pi. And the next award seeks to honor 2 Greek students in the name of Dr. Richard Nault. This award is given to students who show devotion to the Greek community, just as Dr. Nault did during his time at Miami. Our 2021 Dr. Richard Nault Scholarship Award winners are Lydia Yamashiro of Chi Omega and Clinton Ransom of Delta Chi.
Our next presenter is Jamie Lewis Flenaw. Jamie currently serves as the Assistant Dean of Students and Deputy Title IX Coordinator in the Office of the Dean of Students. Prior to her current role, she served the Miami community as an Assistant Director in the Center for Career Exploration and Success and was a Resident Director in the Office of Residence Life before that. Alongside her work toward a PhD in Student Affairs and Higher Education here at Miami, Jamie strives to provide excellent student response for all reports of sexual misconduct and interpersonal violence.
Good evening. The Love and Honor Story Project is an initiative from the Office of the Dean of Students, designed to recognize and honor students enacting the values articulated in the Code of Love and Honor. The following student leaders were recognized this year for their leadership and care for our campus community. Rena Murphy for her efforts to promote civic engagement on Miami's campus as an Andrew Goodman Foundation ambassador. Sidra Capriolo for her advocacy through the Associated Student Government and for her service through the Safe Return to Campus Committee. Josie Carter for her commitment to cultivating a safe space that empowers, heals, and supports survivors of sexual and interpersonal violence through Sexual Assault Survivor Support, SAS. Brandon Small for his work advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts through Associated Student Government. Nuyi Tran for her commitment to service as well as her advocacy for people with disabilities across campus. Haley Campbell for her person-centered approach to leadership and ability to navigate rapidly changing environments due to COVID-19 this past year as executive co-chair for Charter Day Ball. Let's recognize these students.
I have the honor to discuss an important group of individuals who are crucial for the success of all student organizations. These individuals are our dedicated advisors. We are fortunate to have various advisors who provide their time and expertise in support of our organizations. First, we honor our Graduate Advisor of the Year. This advisor is described as offering guidance, mentorship, and leadership. Members frequently share how much they respect and appreciate their advisor and turn to her for advice for matters within the organization and in their own lives. The nominator shared that they are forever grateful for this advisor's presence over the last year and have no doubt that the chapter's success and growth is largely a reflection of her presence, time, and commitment. Congratulations to Autumn Jagger from Sigma Phi Epsilon. Another important subset of our advisory support are our off-campus advisors. They don't work at Miami, but are committed to the success of an organization and the university. These advisors have been a part of the organization, this advisor has been a part of the organization from the time that it came to Miami's campus in 2012. He ensures that all of his group's projects are implemented in ways that meet the needs of local partners and the organization's high standards. His faith in the student leadership of the organization is described as invaluable and only helps these students become more confident in their abilities. He makes himself available as a mentor without limits and brings infectious enthusiasm to each meeting. We are happy to congratulate Chuck Draga of Engineers Without Borders. For our final Student Organization Advisor Award, I would like to now recognize our on-campus advisors. They are faculty and staff members who serve as advisors to student organizations in their free time. And now for the Dr. Nault Advisor of the Year. Dr. Richard Nault, or Dick Nault as he was known, was an amazing individual. When you'd speak to Dick, you felt like you were the most important person in the world. During his time as Dean of Students and Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Nault was an extremely influential individual, both as an advisor to students as well as faculty and staff on campus. He was an inclusive leader who wanted to bring everyone in the division of student life together. He wanted everyone to feel their contributions were important, their leadership was valued, and that their work to serve the Miami community was valued. This award serves to recognize a student organization advisor who contributes to the growth and development of student leaders and the individual members of the student organization. Our award winner this year embodies Dr. Nault's vision for Miami. He's gone out of his way to provide constant personal support and resources to the students of his organization in the face of rampant racism. He's made it clear that all people are welcome and safe in this organization. In working with the executive board, each member feels like they have become better leaders due to the example that he has set. This advisor is described as constantly looking for opportunities for members and always coming up with new ideas to take this organization to the next level. Thank you, and congratulations to Unidos advisor Andy Obregon-Mantilla. Our next award, the Grace Daniels Sorority Advisor of the Year, honors the two PAN-HELLENIC advisors this year. In explaining why they nominated two advisors instead of just one, this chapter stated that these two have done so much for our chapter through love and dedication. Even though one of these advisors moved across the country, the members of this chapter feel like they are better with her by their side. No matter the physical distance, better known as Sabs and Lolo to their members, these women have received numerous awards from nationals and truly embody the idea that Zeta is forever. Please join me in congratulating, and I've done this before. I am happy to announce this once again. The 2021 Grace Daniels Outstanding Sorority Advisors are Sabrina Larson and Lauren Sherrard. Our next advisor award honors a fraternity advisor in the name of Brian Breitholtz. The award winner this year is described as making outstanding contributions to not only his chapter, but the entire campus community. Coming to Miami in 2018, this advisor embodies the Men for Others motto through his professional and advisory work. Even in the midst of the pandemic, he stayed optimistic and worked with chapter leaders to confront the challenging times. He's noted as a steady hand, insightful, and in the embodiment of Brian Breitholt's legacy at Miami. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Steve Large for his role as the advisor to Sigma Phi Epsilon. The last advisor award goes to an associate professor who began serving as an advisor at Miami in 2014. He's contributed to the substantial growth of his chapter and works closely with the student leaders to promote their academics, physical, and mental well-being. This advisor provides support to his members around the clock and is always willing to lend a hand or just listen. Under his advisory, the chapter has seen a dramatic increase in average GPA, and he is the reason that this chapter is as strong and successful, his nominator says. Please join me in congratulating the Jerry Miller Outstanding Faculty and Staff Advisor Award winner, Dr. Matthew Steffen of Alpha Epsilon Pi. Our final presenter of the day is Ariana Mumford. A junior media and culture and sociology major, Ari currently serves as the president of both the National PAN-HELLENIC Council and Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
I'm a little tall, I'm sorry. Good evening. Our next award in the Programming and Events category recognizes the top event of the year. These events live up to the values that student life strives for: belonging, engagement, support, community, and stewardship. This award goes to 2 organizations this year for their spectacular events. This first event took the form of virtual compilation of Green Day songs and stage musical. Student leaders worked to direct a fully virtual show adapting to any challenge that was thrown their way. Each cast member recorded their section of the musical number and uploaded it to YouTube, where videos drew up to 300 views apiece. They were then edited together, and then in the final production, where over 100 people watched the performance in the first 2 days. We are so happy to honor their ingenuity and dedication to their performances. Congratulations to Stage Left and their show, American Idiot, a Rock Recital, our first event recipient of the year. This next event of the year brought in professionals from across the globe to offer insight and networking opportunities to their members. Taking this traditional event and making it virtual was a challenge that this organization's leadership team took on willingly. Knowing the impact it has on their members each year, they were able to take what seemed like a negative and turned it into a positive, a mindset they adopted for all their intentionally curated events this year. With that, we would like to congratulate Miami University Fashion and Design for their event, Friends of Fashion. Throughout this evening, we have heard about great programs, fantastic organizations, and great leaders in the Miami community. Now, we will recognize 2 very special individuals for their commitment to their organizations and larger Miami community. The first recipient of this year's Student Organization Leader of the Year is described as a passionate individual who is dedicated not only to their organization, but to the international partners that she works with. This award winner has traveled across the world multiple times to help install projects in communities of Kabingo, Uganda. She embodies servant leadership through her work with and for others, helping to raise over $17,000 for her organization that will help install projects in communities across the globe. Last year, she also represented Miami University at her organization's national conference, where she presented on the work with her organization on what her organization is doing in Kabingo. All in all, this leader is described by her nominator as someone who always takes time out of her day for others and has an eye for involvement and inclusion. Congratulations to Michaela Mitchell, of Engineers Without Borders. The next recipient of the Outstanding Student Organization Leader was said to be one of the most extraordinary people that his chapter ever had the chance to call a friend, brother, and member of their family. We would like to take this time to honor Jacob Butsey, who passed away on December 27, 2020, after a 2-year battle with leukemia. One of his friends described Jacob as a positive and ray of light, strong, intelligent, funny, and fearless leader. He was the definition of a student leader, even while fighting cancer. Even while fighting cancer, he worked hard for his organization, never gave up hope, and was always joyful. We offer our condolences to the members of Alpha Kappa Psi, Delta Chi, friends and family of Jacob Butsey, and are grateful for all the time that he spent making his organization and the whole Miami community a better place. It is with that we would like to recognize Jacob Butsey of Alpha Kappa Psi as Student Leader of the Year. These next awards will go to 2 members of the fraternity and sorority community. The Philip and Martha Shriver Outstanding Greek Man and Woman Award is named after former Miami University President and First Lady Philip and Martha Shriver for their dedication and love to our fraternal community. This year's recipient of the Philip and Martha Shriver Greek Woman of the Year is described as natural in her leadership role by her advisor. In all that she does, she displays the Greek community's 5 pillars of leadership and values: scholarship and learning, brotherhood and sisterhood, community engagement, and involvement. And community service and philanthropy, of course. She's an advocate throughout her communities, working to confront issues facing the Black community, attending panels to engage in discussions on these important matters, and frequently checking in with all MPHC chapters across councils to ensure their collaborative bonds remain intact. That is a fact. She's very good at that. Her work on the COVID vaccine rollout committee focused ensuring that historically underrepresented communities had equitable access to the vaccine. She's a woman of tireless work ethic, and we are proud to have such a passionate member of our community. We are honored to recognize KYNDAL FLETCHER of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated as our 2021 Philip and Martha Shriver Greek Woman of the Year. We recognize the recipient of the Greek Man of the Year Award for his work within his chapter, his council, and the Miami University Greek community as a whole. This interfraternity council member is described as a passionate leader on creating positive campus experience and building strong relationships throughout the Greek community. He worked hard in the wake of unexpected challenges to ensure the safety of all members in both his chapter and beyond. After holding various leadership positions within the entire interfraternity council during his time at Miami, this man has surely made a lasting impact through many initiatives. He listened to the needs of others, and we are grateful for his leadership as he served the Greek community. Without further ado, it is our pleasure to recognize MACKENTON Johnson of Lambda Chi Alpha as the 2021 Philip and Martha Shriver Greek Man of the Year. Our next set of awards is the Andrew Herman Chapter of the Year Award. This first chapter we recognize is from the PAN-HELLENIC Association. This chapter has been active on Miami's campus for over 100 years. This group of women is fully dedicated to their philanthropic efforts, their academics, and their extracurriculars that range from working as resident assistants to dance groups to sports teams. Even given the challenges of the past year, this group remained close through virtual and physically distanced events, and their advisor says that she is honored to work with such an outstanding group of women. Please join me in recognizing the PAN-HELLENIC Andrew Herman Memorial Chapter Excellence Award recipient to Chi Omega. Our next chapter consistently serves their council and Miami in the greater Oxford community. This National PAN-HELLENIC Council, or MPHC chapter, has worked to continue their legacy of excellence throughout the past year. They continue to set the bar high and exceed it when it comes to scholarship, leadership, and service to others. This group made blankets for over 60 people for children in the greater Cincinnati area, created final study buddy programs, and engaged with alumni continually. They helped to coordinate important conversations such as I Wish Miami Knew and HBCU Talk, where high school attendees were able to learn about the differences between PWIs and HBCUs. All in all, this chapter's dedication to each other and the community at large is why we are proud to recognize Alpha Kappa Alpha Lambda Mi chapter of Sorority Incorporated as the Andrew Herman Memorial Chapter Excellence Award recipient. Lastly, this final Chapter of the Year award comes from the Interfraternity Council. This group has focused on positive recognition of their brothers who are excelling academically and personally. They are committed to community service and their philanthropy as evidenced by their work with women, helping women, and striving to do their part to end gender-based violence. According to their National Executive Director, this chapter exemplifies the core values of mutual assistance, intellectual growth, trust, responsible conduct, and integrity. For all these reasons and more, we are pleased to recognize Beta Theta Pi as an Andrew Herman Memorial Chapter Excellence Award recipient. This year, we are honoring 2 top student organizations of the year for our final award of the evening. Our first winner seeks to promote sustainable living and awareness across campus. Working specifically over the past year to place an emphasis on diversity, equity, and inclusion, this group brought together 50 students, offered trainings and discussions about environmental injustice, and partnered with the Center of Student Diversity and Inclusion to expand the horizons. This group is recognized frequently for being the sustainability and green experts on campus, and for a good reason. They passed out over 1,700 reusable water bottles and sent out over 400 EcoFact emails. Props to them, because I hate sending out emails. And continue to look for opportunity to educate students. We are thankful to have this group on our campus and cannot wait to see what they do next. Please help me congratulate Eco Reps as our first organization of the year. Our second award winner is a new group on campus that aims to first and foremost support the survivors of sexual assault and interpersonal violence. They provide a safe space for survivors to heal and empower one another. They frequently hold workshops on SIV prevention and response, working with the Associated Student Government, the Title IX office, and Greek Life. As survivors themselves, many in this group have found healing in helping to advocate for others and ensuring survivors are not forgotten about. Thank you to this group for all the work that you are doing and will continue to do. Congratulations to Sexual Assault Survivor Support, also known as SAS, as our second organization of the year.
Before we get into our last speaker, how about we give it up one more time for all of our presenters? So let's give it up for Josie, Brooke, Jamie, and Ari. I'd like to remind everyone in attendance that if you'd like the box from your award, you'd come up to the front at the end of our ceremony and grab it. If you're not here with us in person, we'll be in contact to arrange for you to receive your award. And now, to close out our ceremony this year, is our Associate Director, my close friend, Tiffany Harrison.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations to all of our winners, and thank you very much to our SEAL ambassadors for planning this event. Our SEAL ambassadors work long hours to serve as peer mentors for both our students looking to get involved as well as our student leaders on campus. Their dedication and service to our student organizations helps make the Miami experience the best undergraduate experience in the nation. So please join me in thanking our SEAL ambassadors for putting together this event tonight. As Kim mentioned, this was a year of perseverance, passion, and creativity. As staff, we were reminded of the impact student leaders like yourselves have on the work that we do and the passion that we carry for it. We spent the last year trying to turn no's into maybes, and I am thankful that I was able to do it alongside so many phenomenal student leaders. Some of those first no's that we turned into maybes ended up winning awards tonight. I am already looking forward to the 2022 SEAL Awards ceremony because it will provide an opportunity to reflect on the year you all turned passion into action, your creativity into community building, and your values into leadership. Thank you all for a fantastic year. We hope as student leaders you feel valued and that your leadership had an impact on the Miami community. Through your hard work and dedication, people are impacted, lives are changed, and Miami is a better place because of you. Again, thank you for your service, dedication, and passion for Miami, and thank you for coming.